Hello and welcome. This is the start of ASOCR economics video for the January 2013 paper. Now, in this paper, I'm not going to do the same thing I did for the June paper, where I went through the case study at the beginning of the paper. In this tutorial, I'm going to assume you've just had a flip through the paper. And sorry about that. I'll make your own notes. Hence the reason why. Last time I thought that there was not enough space on the board for me to purposely write the question when you can see the information online anyway. So, I mean, if you prefer the other way, just send me a link and I'm sure I'll do something different in the future if it's at all relevant. So, right, so let's get going. There's only one question for question one, so this is going to be quite a short video. Just to recap, I will sort of recap the case study. Basically, it was houses. There's more houses being demanded than built, so there's excess demand. That's just a brief overview. Basically, there's loads of figures and tables, but you just see that online. So, assuming you got the January 2013 paper up next year, the first question says, using the information in the case study, explain how the economic problem can be applied to the market for new houses in the UK. So the first thing we need to do is, for this question, I'm going to write the question out. I'm just going to go things we should do and I'll explain them. So state the economic problem, because that's what it's asking you in the question, so you need to say what it is. Economic problem. So I'll just say this now, so put just like you don't film underneath. I'm going to. Basically what it is there is unlimited wants in the economy. Not in the economy, humans. So humans have unlimited wants. Just to clarify now, the difference between a want and a need is necessary, a want is just something additional. So unlimited wants, limited resources, and it's how best to allocate these. So limited resources, and this obviously means how do we allocate them. This is the problem. So the problem is how to allocate them. And now when you've stated the economic problem, you just need to say, you can either actually do this in one whole step. It's a pain going. You can either do this in one whole step in the sense that you can state the economic problem straight away in the context of the housing market, or you can do what I'm doing here, is what I like to do, state the economic problem, so I know I'll make sure I specifically tell the examiner I know what the economic problem is, and then we say, well, how does this relate to the case study? So the case study was for home housing market, even begins with a H. And basically all you needed to say, it says on the mark scheme here, yeah, so we've got that, limited wants. Yeah, so you've got 2 marks for that, 2 marks for application. So basically, there's unlimited wants and there's limited resources. So you could say 250,000, I think it is, houses are demanded, but there's a great but supply, I just put S equals 125,000, and you just use them 2 figures, I would do personally, and then it says in the mark scheme to people on low incomes have to decide whether they can purchase a house or not. What one should we pick? Basically, they have to say, well, do we want a house or not? So that's the economic problem. So it's unlimited wants and limited resources. So the people who are not able to get a house say, well, what do we do? Do we buy a house, or do we? Because the house is going to be very expensive. So do we pay an excessive amount for a house and share it with someone else, or do we live with our mum and dad? So you could say this means there is a choice because there's scarcity. Because there is scarcity. So you could say that. So you state the economic problems, unlimited wants, limited resources, and how to allocate them. You relate this. So I put relate in that. And then you relate, say there was 250 houses, the money but only 125,000 are supplied. So the choice because of scarcity, this implies the economic problem. So that's question 1 done. Sorry, I kind of had to look at my laptop there just to make sure I wasn't missing anything on the mark scheme. As I said, that's quite a basic one really. You don't need to watch this video for that, but I just thought I'd explain how I personally do it in the exam. Obviously I'm not a straight, 100% UMS whatever. That's how I'd structure it. Because then you make sure you get the marks for the problem and you make sure you get the marks for applying it. So when you apply it and it says explain relate, it's the case, you specifically use data from the case study, or you just explain it in the context of the case study. So that's how to answer question 1, and we'll see you in question 2.